The National Beef Checkoff program is led by volunteer producers who are appointed to represent their state and serve on the Cattlemen's Beef Board. Joining us now is the new chairman of the Cattlemen's Beef Board, Andy Bishop of Kentucky. Andy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thanks for having me. For one, I'm a cow-calf producer there in Kentucky. My wife Megan and our 4 children raise a cow-calf operation, or have a cow-calf operation, mostly Angus cattle. I'm a banker by trade. I do ag loans, and like most cattlemen in Kentucky, we work during the day off the farm and farm at night and on the weekends. So we've got a small cow-calf operation.
We're glad to have you. And tell me this, what are some of your goals as chairman of the Beef Board this year?
Yeah, I think my biggest goal, Kevin, as chairman of the Beef Board would be just to increase the transparency. We always want to be transparent with our producers who are paying into the checkoff, but helping them understand how those dollars are spent, and that we're spending those dollars in a way that's efficient and effective for them, and that a lot of times they won't see how those dollars are spent, but more importantly, producers like myself are making those decisions to make sure that they're spent efficiently.
I think that's a critically important message to share. And the other one is just how essential the checkoff is to driving beef demand. I'm curious to hear your read on that. Why is it important that we have a beef checkoff program?
You know, you said it, beef demand, driving beef demand, and I think the best example of that was coming out of COVID. We had all-time record high prices, yet beef demand set an all-time record. If nothing else, that's a testament of the checkoff and the work that it's been doing to gain consumer trust in our product, but also to show consumers that our product is superior across the world. We have the best and most safest nutritional beef across the country and across the world. And I think the checkoff does a good job in spreading that message, but also, Kevin, to safety and nutritional research to I guess create a framework for that consumer marketing effort.
One last question, and you indicated earlier that this really is a producer-driven organization. Why is it so important that it's producers who direct where these dollars are spent?
Well, obviously the misconception a lot of times is that executives are generating or are creating those checkoff programs, and so we want producers to know that other producers, matter of fact, on the beef board, there are 94 producers that make up that beef board. And those 94 producers bring messages from all over the country on how their states and their local producers want to see those dollars spent. And so I think that's important because we are stewards of our own dollar, and we want to make sure that that dollar is spent in the best way possible, just like we would on our own farm or ranch.
And if I have suggestions, I can talk to my person in Colorado, is that correct?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, and we encourage that. Reach out to those folks, and that's why they're volunteering their time to make the industry better.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us on our show today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, to learn more about how your checkoff dollars are being used to increase beef demand, go to beefboard.org and click on the Drive to subscribe to a free newsletter that highlights the positive ways that checkoff is impacting beef producers.